I'd like to call the Park and Rec meeting together for May 18th, Tuesday, May 18th. And we're a little late tonight. The time is 7:14. We have a roll call, Kelly?
Sure. Okay. We have Jay Batalico,
Yep.
Roberta Byron Coolidge. I know she signed on, but
Yeah.
I think she can't say it. Okay. Bill de Blasio replied he's not available. Eileen Francolino,
Here.
Michael Karanian. Okay.
I'm Roberta. Roberta's here.
Okay.
Okay, perfect. Thank you. Michael, we said no. Anthony Kolowski responded he was unavailable. Matthew Kolowski.
No.
Ed Marchand,
Here.
Nicole Payne. Jenwin Johnson
Here.
and Don Woods.
Here.
Okay. And we have Tim Mankey as liaison tonight.
Okay. At this time, can we stand for the Pledge of Allegiance? Pledge allegiance to the flag
To the flag of the
United States of America,
to
and to the
the
republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, that takes care of that. The minutes for April 20th, 2021, are there any additions or subtractions? If not, can I have a motion to pass the minutes?
I'll make a motion to pass the minutes.
Okay, all in favor?
Hi.
Aye.
Opposed? Okay.
Mr. Chairman, if I may, just want to throw in a thank you and a congratulations to Kelly Dickinson. I think she's doing a wonderful job on the minutes. It's much more efficient and much more informative, I think, than you're used to in the past.
Kelly, congratulations. Nice job.
Thank you.
Now you're going to ask Bill for raise.
You got the right idea, Jay.
Yeah.
Do we have any public participation? None?
Nope, I don't see anything.
Okay, let's talk about the correspondence.
I think you just have one letter from a woman that donated $200 towards the scholarship program for summer camp. And that was all started by Jill Price and her daughter down in Florida. So we're almost, I think, at $1,900 in scholarship money for kids. So it's really nice.
Good. That's very good. At least some people are out there like Park and Rec.
Yep.
Okay, the monthly report. Anything interesting on that, Bill?
Pretty self-explanatory. It's busy and things are going really well. Now that we're opening up, we're in full steam ahead, and our office is just buzzing with people and young people, college and high school kids everywhere, and multiple phone calls going on at one time. It's crazy. So it's fun.
How you doing on the hiring?
We're still looking for camp counselors.
Yeah.
We got about 23. Hadil told me today. Lifeguards, we have 13 kids in a lifeguard class, so we expect 11 of them, maybe at least 11 to pass, maybe all 13. So doing pretty good as far as that goes.
Well, that's good.
We're looking for park staff. If anybody knows anybody that's can mow and weed whack 7 to 3:30 Monday through Friday, we'll gladly take them.
Is this for summer, Bill?
Yeah. Well, now through whenever if they go to school, until they go to school, if they're unemployed, we'll keep them through October, the leave season.
Okay.
I forwarded that to a couple of my son's friends coming back from college.
Great.
Bill, how old does a camp counselor have to be?
We like seniors in high school or older, but we have a training program for some of the younger kids. They might be like substitutes or they might be in training, but they could be 16.
Hey, Bill,
Yes.
do you expect both pools to be open this summer?
with both my hands, fingers crossed, yes.
Okay.
Yeah, we painted Churchill Saturday, and we plan to paint, if the weather's good, Mill Pond this Saturday coming up. We're having all kinds of drainage issues at Mill, and right now there's a major crack in the bottom of Mill, and pond water is pumping through.
Oh, boy.
We drained the pond so that we could paint it, and when we drained it, the aquastatic pressure relieved the pond, and the pond is now draining into the pool. So it's not pretty right now. Yeah.
Well, what's your fix on that, Bill?
It's
Or
an
isn't
awful.
it?
What we try to do, I've done it before. You, as fast as you can pump the water out, you try to paint it, and then the paint that doesn't stick, you just have to take your shots at it. It's tough. It's not easy.
Bill, how old do you have to be to work grounds crew?
Well, there's a question about that today. 18 is a safe bet.
Okay.
The 16 and 17s, we're waiting for a final calling on that.
Was that from the union or from?
Department of Labor, town manager, a variety of people are weighing in on it.
Well, the letter that went out today said you have to be at least 18 with a valid Connecticut driver's license.
Right.
Yeah, that's correct. But we're so desperate right now. We're really hurting for cutting grass and trimming and weeding.
Don, you got experience.
Yeah. Think about it. 14.25 an hour. I'm good.
There you go. Any other questions by any board members? The tree warden report, there was no report, right, Bill?
I don't believe so.
Okay. Old business. Oh, we're really blowing through this tonight.
That's good.
I know. Okay, let's get on to the new business then. Handicapped accessible parking spaces.
Yeah. As we start to open the facility and we look to what we're doing and how it's practical and how we use the building, it's come to our attention that there's plenty of handicapped parking spaces to code if we were to leave all the buildings open, all the doors open. But because the community center is kind of like a standalone building, the handicap parking spaces are located at the town hall entrance, and that's going to be closed on nights and weekends.
Mm-hmm.
So to get into our facility, there's no handicap parking spaces and there's no ramp. So brought that to Keith's attention and Paul's Boutant, and they're considering now some type of adjustment. There's 7 parking spaces right in front of our building that can be converted to 4 or 5 handicap parking spaces with 1 wheelchair van. We already have a woman that's uses a walker in our yoga classes, and we help her in, but it's going to be very obvious that we need handicap parking. And as probably a lot of you know, the federal law, the ADA law states that a handicap parking space has to be closest or adjacent to the building's door. So I don't believe there's an argument to it. They just have to find some money and to redesign that little area.
How does a new building like this get through without something like that?
Well, it's like I said, it was unknown to the architect that we weren't going to allow people into the main doors of the town hall to come through the hall to the community center. So all the parking spaces are at that door. It's kind of I guess it was an oxymoron type of thing. Yeah.
How do you know how many you need?
1 per 25.
1 per 25 spots, 1 per 25 people.
Parking spaces.
So
For every 25 parking spaces, you need 1 handicap.
Yeah.
got it. Yeah, but
So say there's like 6 or 7 in front of the town hall doors,
yeah,
but those are that's not the door you use to get into the community center.
right.
Yeah. So Then you go back to the rule of it has to be adjacent to the community center door,
Yeah,
which we have 0.
gotcha.
Okay, we got a motion. Jen, would you like to read the motion? Do you have it in front of you there?
Yeah, I'd like to make a motion for handicap accessible parking spaces to replace existing parking spaces in the new parking lot with 4 or 5 handicap accessible parking spaces plus 1 wheelchair accessible parking space next to the entrance of the Mortensen Community Center.
You have
Second,
a second?
I'll second.
Okay. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes. Okay, Bill, I guess next one is Memorial Day Elementary, Middle, and High School Lacrosse Tournament.
Yeah, we really fell into some great luck, and the as many of you know, the NCAA men's Division 1, 2, and 3 championships are going to be held at Rensselaer football or lacrosse football soccer field stadium in East Hartford, and they had Colt Park signed up for last year to use, and Hartford reneged on their ability to use it. So I met with Corrigan Sports out of Maryland, who is running this tournament for the Northeast, and we came upon a nice agreement to use 7 or 8 of our fields at Newington High School. We would provide certain services to them, and we're working on it now in regards to cutting the grass and lining it for boys' fields. We're still waiting. Tomorrow's Wednesday. We'll hear if they're going to bring in the 4 best boys high school lacrosse teams in the country for an additional tournament on Friday and Saturday night. So it's exciting for us. We're going to get to keep all the food trucks. We're going to get a good rental fee, and they're going to pay for all the services for police coverage and porta potties, dumpsters, everything. I think they're going to probably be dropping about 30 grand into the town of Newington for facilities. I do believe they're staying at the hotels on the Berlin Turnpike, the new Holiday Inn, and maybe the Courtyard that's half in Newington on Hartford Road, along with others. And it's exciting times because this is going to be probably a minimum of 48 teams. And every team that joins, it's an $1,800 team fee to get in.
Wow.
And they each get 20 tickets to the NCAA tournament. So it's really a nice situation.
Any other questions on that? Ed,
Yeah.
could you read the motion for us, please?
I don't have it in front of,
Oh, okay.
okay, I got it now.
Oh, okay.
Make a motion to accept and fully endorse the Corrigan Sports Enterprise Lacrosse Tournament in Newington High School, 8 lacrosse fields with the details outlined in the letter of agreement as presented.
Thank you, Ed. Can I have a second?
I'll second it.
Okay, Don. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes. Okay, Bill. ADA proclamation.
Okay, we do this every year as for the new board members. ADA was signed into law July 26, 1990 by President Bush. It gives freedom and independence to people with disabilities and equality. So what we do here is endorse it as a board if you so desire, and encourage the town council to take it on as a proclamation too. They normally, in the past 6 years, they have done that. And then we get the mayor or someone to read this proclamation at the concert. We have a celebration, and the ADA Connecticut Coalition of Connecticut that I'm president of gives us $500, and we give free ice cream to the first 150 people that come to the concert in celebration of the ADA. It's the 31st anniversary. So.
Any other questions on that? Mrs. Francolino, would you like to read the motion?
I make a motion to fully endorse the ADA proclamation as presented and wish to forward this proclamation to the town council for their consideration for townwide adoption.
Thank you, Arlene. Second,
I'll second.
okay. All in favor?
Aye.
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 Opposed? Motion passes. Okay, Bill.
This is the next one, the NRPA one.
Yes.
Thank you. Yeah, the National Recreation and Parks Association honors July as Recreation and Parks Month. Same idea as the previous agenda item. So looking for you guys to endorse the Parks and Recreation Month, bring notoriety to it in Newington, and ask the council to do the same.
Okay. Reports.
I think you might need a motion and a second and a vote for that one.
I didn't get. Do we have a motion on the screen?
I'll read the motion to fully endorse July as National Recreation and Parks Month proclamation as presented and wish to forward this proclamation to the town council for their consideration for townwide adoption.
Thank you. Mr. Factorino. Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes.
Who was the second on that? I'm sorry.
Jen,
Jen,
Okay, thank you.
now we're starting to recognize voices.
that's pretty good.
Yeah. Town Hall Community Center update, I guess, Don?
Honestly, there's nothing. We haven't met.
Yeah.
So the project is pretty much done. The parking lot's complete. The paving is done. There's just some odds and ends. There's flagpole issue, the parking issues, but we meet next, I think it's June 2nd we meet. And I'm gonna guess that's probably gonna be one of the last meetings.
Any other questions? Bill, you got anything to add?
No, we still, we muddle through the little odds and ends, but everything, generally speaking, is pretty darn nice.
Okay. Mill Pond Pool update. I think you hit on that a little bit, right?
Yeah, we have all the statistics, all the geotech. We've got all the reports all in one location now on a Dropbox. I gave it to Don and Jay because they're both on the building committee.
Right.
And the rest of the building committee got it, obviously, too. And there's a meeting scheduled for Monday, May 24th at 6 p.m. And we're going to have Mike Fortuna, the architect, go over the details of it. But basically, I can tell you that we placed the pool on Garfield Street because the water table was the lowest there. It was 6.5 feet. We had to swing the deep end into it a little bit more east so that it was in outside the wetlands area. And the first phase is approximately $8 million, and the other is 13 million total. And that would replace all the tennis courts and the basketball courts and the handicap accessible courts, et cetera, and pavilions and all the extras for the park. And it's really, really nice. It's a great design. It's got the solar panels on the roof so that the water would be heated for free. And it's got some plantings up on the second tier of the roof, and it matches the Town Hall Community Center facade. So it'll look like the whole government center is all planned and nicely done. So exciting times. I can tell you that we have a contractor, Custom Aquatics in Streamline Aquatics, working at Mill Pond right now. It's nothing short of a disaster. As he explains it, he goes, "Bill, I'm supposed to hit a hammer on the concrete, and as I hear hollowness, I chip it out and then I repatch it." He goes, "If I did that, I'd never stop doing it. The whole pool would collapse." So, and he thinks that there's more patching than there is solid concrete now at Mill Pond. It's very scary. The drains do not meet the new safety features, the NPSI, it's called, the National Pool and Spa Safety. So we're spending $15,000 on a new drain system at Mill that we hope the state will pass. We're putting in a vacuum seal breaker in the filter room so that if a girl, I shouldn't say girl, anybody's hair gets caught in the drain or a person's backside gets caught in the drain, they won't suck the intestines out of them. I'm telling you, I can't stress enough that Mill Pond is in bad shape. So people can say whatever they want, but if we don't get moving on a Mill Pond pool, there's going to be some summers that there'll be no pool for the kids. So that's just the way it goes. But if you want to stay tuned or be part of the meeting on May 24th, you can hear the whole presentation from Mike. It'll be informative, I'm sure.
Bill, I'm a little confused because I'm not good with the whole east-west thing. Is the pool now closer to the residential side of the park?
Yeah, it's right between the two crosswalks. There's painted striped lines at Mazzicoli, and then there's one at the old where it used to be.
Yeah.
So it's right between there. So about where the path that goes through the park to Mazzicoli area.
Okay.
It's like parallel to those big pine trees.
Right.
Yeah. And it also includes a very nice splash pad, which the splash pad is designed in two ways. One, during the summer, when you can take hot showers by state health code, we would recycle the water and treat it with chlorine. If we want to open it April 1st and close it October 30th, we would then not be able to open the bathhouse and take hot showers. So we would let people in through another entrance, and we would throw the water away to some degree, but it would be in a tank, and we would call it gray water, and we would use it to water the grass for an irrigation system. So it's very environmentally sound design.
Any other questions on Mill Pond Pool? Next is Clem Lemire Playground Shade Structure.
Yeah, just wanted to say that the shade structure is up. I was saying that there were big pipes on the ground. They are gigantic. I can't get over how big they are. And it goes up about 35 feet. So they're installed. We're only still missing 4 chess and checker tables that, because of metal and COVID-19, it's going to be another 8 weeks for that to be delivered. But as soon as they are, the contractor will install them surface mounted.
We're pretty sure that's going to stop the foul balls from coming into the ARP.
Yeah, it won't be 100%. Yeah, it won't be 100%, but it'll be some protection.
Okay. Any other questions on that? Anyone see it?
I've seen it.
Yeah.
It's busy. It's busy. You drive by there's people on there a lot. It's good.
Oh, what? Thank you for reminding me, Eileen. May 24th, that's a Monday also, right? Between 4 and 5, I did a WFSB TV interview with the weatherman, and we did it right at the AARP and at that playground. And it's going to be airing from 4 to 5 sometime regarding Clem Lemire Park and how it could draw people from all over the region to see a nice facility.
Any other questions on the shade structure? If not, let's move on to the Veterans Memorial. Billy.
Okay, so the Veterans Memorial, we did it for almost 1 complete year now. We had 110 veterans honored on it. Now we're going to come to a conclusion at the Memorial Day services at the Firehouse Station 1. We're going to bring it on Friday, leave it there till Tuesday morning, and we have staff that will man it on Saturday during the ceremony from 10:30 to 1:30 and try to sell renewals or new ones. It's because it's good for 1 year. So if you want to renew your name, it's only $15. If you want to put it on for the first time, It's $30, and we'll build a new one and have it go around for a year. And the money will come from, it will go to the fireworks. And I'm very happy to say that Hinding Tennis sponsored the whole trailer for $5,000. So we're very pleased about that.
Very good, Bill. Next item is kindness counts program.
Yep, we're up to 400 kindness counts nominations and signs out. And so we have 500 of them. So hopefully we'll get another 100. If you know anybody that's kind to you, nominate them, please. And we're pretty much on track for everything. The only places we're missing 100 coaches that we did have last year, I think, because of basketball, but we didn't have basketball last year. So we didn't get a lot of coaching nominations for basketball. But beyond that, it's going well received, and very happy for the people that have won.
Next is volunteers needed for special events for June 10th, 11th, and 12th.
Yep, just still looking for any volunteers that will help us out for the St. Patrick's Day party in the park, the food truck festival, and Motorcycle Madness. I do want to tell you that this morning, we locked the deal with Flood Law Firm, and you probably have seen her picture on a lot of billboards and things, but they came through with a $2,500 sponsorship for Food Truck Friday and Craft Beer Night. So we'll be doing a video. I want to tell Jen, make sure she watches at 10 o'clock Friday. So we'll do a live video with Flood, and they're going to have a booth, and they're going to give out some tchotchkes. But what's exciting about it is there's not many food truck companies anymore because of COVID. I bet 50 food truck vendors that we used to use in the past are out of business. Wow. So we asked Flood if it'd be okay to use some of her money to offer an economic development, an economic impact for restaurants in Newington. So we're going to waive the $300 food truck fee for any Newington restaurant that wants to come. They can come for free on Food Truck Friday and sell their food and drinks to the public. So I think that'll be a nice thing for Newington. It'll be a nice thing for the restaurants, and it'll be a good thing for the people that come to the concert. We've got Booyah, which is Mike, the accountant in town, Nancy Bufundo. Mike Bufundo is a music teacher at Elizabeth Green. He's got a 9-piece. It's like a jazz funk rock band that drew probably the largest crowd we ever saw at the municipal parking lot last year. And I expect a lot of people coming to this thing. So it's going to be fun. And Happy Harry's is the sponsor for the beer and wine tent. And I forgot to tell you too, the train rides came out in miniature golf Saturday, and it was a giant success. The kids absolutely loved the train. So we charged $3 for a ride, and then we said, just ride it as many times as you want for 2 hours. So giant successful hit there.
Beautiful.
All is good.
Beacon Park update.
Yeah, our bids came in a little high. So I'm working with contractors to try to beat it down. About 20 grand is where I'm trying to get them to. I'd like to spend what we have budgeted is $250,000 total. So we were going to try to get 2 bocce courts in there too. So we're working on it. I think it'll come together soon, and hopefully we'll start construction July 1st so that we can get it done by September 1st. And then we will pave with Tilcon when they come back to do the roads in Newington. We'll get the Newington prices for asphalt at the pass at Beacon Park, and it'll be one complete project and look pretty darn nice.
Good. Next is the Newington High School softball field renovations.
Yeah, I don't know how many people saw anything with the Board of Ed and stuff. I just wanted you to know that we always had plans to work on the 2 softball fields, but our athletic director, when we were bringing championship turf in March, the next day the athletic director asked us if we would consider not doing it because next week was the first home game and he thought the parents would be upset. Well, the parents weren't upset in March, but now they're upset this month. So can't really win. No good deed goes unpunished. And so we're planning on renovating the two fields, taking out the infield clay, replacing it with Dura Edge, replacing the sprinkler heads, cutting back the lips in the sod, probably between 2 to 6 feet, and then planting sod down. We've opened up conversations with Lou Jacomowitz, and it looks like he's going to take the expense of moving the path out closer to the cemetery to give us an extra 6 or 8 feet. We'll drop some dugouts in both the fields, and that'll be the least expensive way to really update the high school softball field. And it'll be replaced with Dura Edge, and it'll be laser graded, and it'll be just as good as Memorial Field. So that in of course, at any one time, the varsity team could have played at Memorial, but they didn't want to separate from the JV team. They wanted to play together. So that's the update.
Wait,
should
say
happen
that
at-
again about this off. What happened to the teams? They want to play with JV?
They want to play together at the two fields at the same time. They didn't want varsity to go to Memorial Field.
Huh. Never heard that before.
That's odd.
And we don't
Yeah.
even play together. I've never seen the JV team next to the varsity team.
At the other field?
No,
No.
never.
That's what I was told, you know.
I
But they-
I agree with Jen. I've never seen them either play together.
I
they
know
could
both
only-
of my girls play on the varsity team. I've never seen the JV team anywhere near the softball field. The
They could
JV team.
Okay, well,
Doesn't one
could
play over by the cemetery and one play over by the parking lot?
The varsity field is the one right by the cemetery where they're going to
Yeah.
move the sidewalk so we can have a
Right, but doesn't somebody play over like more towards where the tennis courts are, that field there?
They don't
I
play
thought-
together, what Jen is saying, not
Right.
at the same time.
Right, I
I thought-
understand, but I think the point was that like if you had a kid on JV and a kid on varsity, you could kind of run back and forth or whatever. Or if you had,
Oh, okay.
you know what I mean? Not that you're playing at the same thing, you're playing in the same complex rather, you know? So
I've
if-
just never seen the softball game happening at the same time as the varsity game.
I
Gotcha.
agree with you. Well,
it'll
good
work
for
out,
girls
you
for
know.
Speaking up, that's all I have to say, you know? That was a good job when they did speaking up for what they wanted.
If we were one day, if the town council was one day later, right? So the town council approved the money on Tuesday night. The girls went to the Board of Ed on Wednesday night. If it was, you know, one more day to Thursday, for instance, everybody could have, you know, known the information.
Yeah.
But what are you going to do? That's life.
let me ask a question on Memorial Field. How often is that played on? Do you know, Bill?
Quite a bit. Yeah, quite a bit with Little League softball. You know, the girls softball
The younger
program.
girls, yeah.
They have that many teams?
I think they do, Jay. Yeah, I think 4 to 6 probably. Yeah.
Okay. Badger Field renovation.
Same thing that I described will happen at Badger Field. Same time frame, around the second week of August.
Okay. Extravaganza.
Yeah, it looks, you know, as pessimistic as I was 3, 4, 5 months ago. I'm more optimistic now. We're moving forward to have it. I think it's a go. The Charlie Brown, the health director, thinks that it's a go. So, you know, we'll know a lot more tomorrow. What's today? Tuesday. Thursday, the governor's going to give some new recommendations. And as you know, it changes every week. But we're full blown ready to go. We have it planned. Everything's, the fireworks company is planned. The carnival people are planned. So I think we're gonna go for it.
Okay, sounds good. Anybody have any questions on the extravaganza or the fireworks? If not, let's go on to creative playtime preschool graduation on Tuesday, June 1st.
That'll be held at Mill Pond Park under the Data Mail Pavilion. If you guys are available to stop by, There's 11 graduating 5-year-olds that will go to kindergarten next year. And the staff requested if they could bring them in from the parking lot at the tennis court on the train down the path and have them enter to the Data Mail Pavilion. And I said, are you kidding me? I love it. So it's going to be really exciting to see that. And I think the parents are going to get and grandparents will get a big kick out of it.
The last item is the American flag on Mazzicoli Way.
Yeah, I don't know if anybody has driven by Mazzicoli or if you'd have to drive into Mazzicoli. But as I told you, we're trying a new idea of making an American flag out of petunias. We bought 2,500 petunias, and each flag we're going to make 2 of them, one on each side. So you can see it from Cedar Street in a couple days, and you can see it from Mazzicoli today. Pretty darn impressive. I want to commend Steve Tofeld and Will Nichols and Joe Wallach. These guys are doing a great job. It's got 50 white petunias for the stars. It's got purple for the blue. And we've got the red and white stripes. I believe there's 13 or 14, I should know that, but it's either 13 or 14 stripes for the colonies. And it looks pretty darn nice, and it'll look better as the petunias are little. So once they grow and fill in, it's going to be pretty impressive. Couldn't say enough good about the park staff and Clay Pedigo, and having the greenhouse, this new greenhouse is really already paying dividends. So exciting as heck. In the next 2 days, they'll be working on the other side of the flag. We made a berm 6 feet tall. So it's almost an artwork kind of thing, but I think if you enjoy flowers, you'll enjoy this.
Okay. Kelly, is there any public participation now that you can see?
That'd be
I don't-
Heather.
I don't see anyone.
Okay, so before I ask for an adjournment, has any commission members got any questions of Billy or me or anybody?
Can somebody put me down for the volunteer spots? I don't know. Should I email?
Yeah, if you want
You,
to email
Kelly?
Kelly, yeah, that'd be
Okay.
great.
Yeah, if you can
Just
email
putting-
me, that would be great, Jen.
Just putting on my calendar right now.
Thank you,
Thank
Jen.
you.
And the other thing is, guys, Joe's making tickets for the VIP to sell tickets for $25 in advance instead of $40. If you don't mind, we'll distribute, maybe 15 or 20 tickets to you guys. If you can sell them, fine. If you can't, no big deal, no pressure. But we'd like to give you St. Patrick's Day tickets, and we also want to give you craft beer night tickets if that's possible. So don't feel obligated. In the past, somebody felt bad about it that they couldn't sell them, and that's okay. But we just want to get the word out there.
Well, if there's any more conversations with Bill, I would venture a little adjournment motion.
Make a motion, we adjourn.
All in
Second.
favor?
Aye.
Bye.
Opposed? We are adjourned. Thank you.
Good night,
Thank you, everybody, for
Good night.
coming.
Good night. Have a great weekend.
You
as
too.
well.